Alex Answer here. We're going to start the day with a video. It is June 22nd, 2017. So I've talked about the fake Islamic invasion meme that's been building on social media while Google, YouTube, Facebook used the crisis that they created to make independent content creating more difficult than it's ever been before. And not everybody's hip to this. Not everybody's hip to the fact that there is a real level of psychotic fake news that seems very organized. Multiple websites pushing multiple memes, and then Facebook making sure that it reaches the top of the feed. This is virtually discussed nowhere. Neither the fact that there are people that think that they are working for a global paradigm shift, right? They put on this, literally, they put on the new age uniform that they're love and light. And so there's actually an advancement of this propaganda. I'm going to tell you what it includes. Large plots of land. They're pushing fake news that the Muslims are purchasing large plots of land because they're going to make a move. And I'm not going to put out a warning for Operation Blackjack specific to this year because this is building. And if you don't know what that is, watch previous videos of mine. You can hear Clyde Lewis on a full hour episode at archive.org. Listen to his Ground Zero Live, Portland, Oregon, Operation Blackjack episode. I think it's dangerous to predict that it will happen on certain dates, but they literally encoded in a London Guardian comic book strip a scenario where multiple U.S. cities and London were hit by terror attacks, and it coordinated with missile strikes on Syria and other countries, I believe Iran, and China as well, as we see things develop and build around the world, including North Korea. And all this is artificial. The things that are happening right now, there's right now talks about Russia warning U.S. jets in Syria, saying they're going to be considered a target after the United States recently shut down an Iranian drone and a Syrian jet. But the idea of Operation Blackjack, it's the idea of predictive programming in a comic book strip published in 2006, and they put out the date June 22nd. No year specified, just June 22nd. People have been wondering for years, is this a code? And even others wondering if there was an encoding within the comic book strip. But let's go back to today. We have Facebook saying they're going to curtail fake news. Same thing with Google, and it's a cover to hit the independent media hard. I'm making 1/7 of what I made over the winter, and I have more views on some videos. One video recently I put up, it has 2,200 views. Take someone like me down to $100 a month on YouTube. That's pretty pathetic. That's the type of thing that makes someone leave YouTube for a long, long time unless there's support. And I appreciate the support that there is. But compared to the support that I see others receiving, I mean, the numbers aren't even comparable. One could say it's laughable, and it's challenging to do what I do. And to discuss things that are considered conspiracy theories because the way that isolates you in society from the people on the left and the right that would be your allies, that are bothered by what is being said. They're bothered by the commentary on the spirit of evil working through our current political process and telling them that our current political process is not a solution because the problem is of the heart at this point, collectively, this society. And it has chosen to go down a dark road, and some of its members to misrepresent themselves to others. Oh, they're new agers, they're love and light now. One woman that was spreading this disinformation about a Islamic army base had on her cover photo, "You are loved. You are loved. Do you think she means love for all people around the planet, no matter what they look like? And you live in the age, whether you will admit it or not, where some non whites can be confused for a Muslim if that person wants to make that connection. And with regards to that baseball bat attack in Virginia, her mosque has been set on fire. Her memorial, rather, in DuPont Circle in Washington, D.C., her memorial has been set on fire. Police in Virginia call it a road rage incident. It is not a hate crime. It's just road rage. It may have been something else. Let's not look at what really angered him. Of course, the situation was they were jaywalking. Okay. Screaming and threatening and cussing at someone and even slapping them is one thing. Knocking one out with a baseball bat and abducting them, yeah, that's road rage. Way to go, Virginia State Police, to calm the nerves of people around the nation as people see this type of hatred increasing. Road rage. She was hit with a bat because he didn't like the way she was walking. It certainly had nothing to do with what she was wearing. It certainly had nothing to do with her hijab. And then I pinch myself because it's not just the video I did last week encouraging people to take a more active interest in self-defense. It's the video I did a year ago where I talked about the need for people to really prepare themselves. And I've also spoken out against this mentality that we're taught in our culture that only comes through the barrel of a gun. And I think that there's too many domesticated men of this day and age that only think about self-defense with regards to guns, things that kill people and shoot people. And certainly no one's ever considered offering me a medal. Now 37 years old, I've made it this long, and I'm off grid. It's not considered brave, it's considered stupid. So we have a ego-driven, super competitive society that doesn't actually respect its brave men and women. They actually take risks and go out into the wilderness alone or speak about things on social media in a day and age where people that speak about those things are exiled. They're basically a target. And who knows? We could be a physical target later on. Right now, though, the whole agenda behind them teaching people to associate people with different thoughts, call them a conspiracy theorist. And conspiracy theorists, well, we know those are evil. Hey, we've got Alex Jones over here with Megyn Kelly on NBC News, and no one. It's frustrating for me. I got to express. Really? All these people on the left and the right, they're not going to question why the mainstream media is promoting Alex Jones. They're not going to be able to identify the product placement of InfoWars. They don't know how to identify a product placement. They don't know how to identify how much money Alex Jones didn't have to pull out of his own pocket to get that type of airplay, and to have Clinton drop his name, and to have Obama drop his name, and to go on NBC News, and to go on Piers Morgan, and to be mentioned on a regular basis on The Daily Show, and for it to continue and continue and continue, and to even have his name dropped on the WWE. And people are like, whoa, this is just an accident. The mainstream media is losing a war with Alex Jones, so now they have to bend to his pressure and have him on or something. Or they come up with different arguments as to why they can't ignore him anymore. But they can't explain why the mainstream media that can talk about whatever they want to talk about, why they make it about him, and why they've sought to make Alex Jones the king of conspiracy theorists. It's a danger to those of us that are genuinely independent, that don't have legal backing, that don't have the money, that can be erased or disappeared without much of a search crew or support base backing them up or looking for them or trying to find out what happened. So I've often said it's only by the grace of God that I've made it this far. I'm now in my 12th year. And it's painful at times to keep going with these videos. It's really hard. And I get the occasional message. Someone messaged at Patreon today and said he found my videos through the San Luis Valley coverage, and I appreciate that. I've also moved on from that phase of my life. There's a lot of people that um, should keep looking deeper at the real Alex if they want to get to know me. And part of it, but not all of it, includes the videos on this channel. The spiritual commentary, the geopolitical warnings, and the things that people need to understand about the illusions of separation. For those people that are actually participating in this fake Sharia law invasion, fake Islamic army invasion, they're crying wolf. Let me come back to that. And I will not be of assistance and friendship to anyone that's on that wavelength. Even if they don't like Trump, there's a lot of people going, well, Trump is bringing them in just like Obama. In fact, he's going to make it worse. And what this is going to lead to. I want to keep this on point, though, with our main topic, because people are in danger. We've already seen mosques set on fire. We've already seen non-Muslims, Sikhs attacked. I've seen the anger from most people that get defensive as if white people are under attack, when this is not really just about white supremacy. It's about even Hispanics, blacks, others, not just whites. Different groups that will agree that Middle Eastern people are subhuman and deserve to be attacked just because they're walking around, especially, most specifically, if they're believed to be Muslim, a member of the religion of Islam. Um, so, and I've made ample mention and given a lot of time to the fact that they don't really discuss, like, there could be a news story about a Sikh attacked, confused Burma Muslim, or a person from East India, but see, that would be racism, the attack on their person, not Islamophobia. Right. Someone could be all freaked out about Islam, but if they're confusing that with a ethnicity and a skin tone, they're not really all that concerned with the things that they say they're concerned with. They're looking at skin tone. They're not looking at people's practices. Otherwise, they would go with the camera and they would document the injustices from those people that they are targeting, right? They'll walk right in on the female mutilation at the hospital. They'll just come to the rescue and save the day. And the victim will thank the patriots, something like that, right? But that's not what most people are doing in their private lives. Engage in a conspiracy to mutilate their family members, these types of conspiracy theories and ways to demonize people. And they also go with other, narratives. Oh, most of the refugees are men. And, by letting them in, you're going to have a rape epidemic. And really, they've engineered events in Europe to appear a particular way, to emotionally, energetically set the world afire. Unfortunately, a lot of the people that are engaged in the evil aren't going to wake up to what's going on until they're affected and targeted. And that's where these years and years of commentary on the aftermath of World War III come into play. China and Russia, and them using what the United States has been doing to its own people and people around the world against the people of the United States. Right? Well, Trump and Obama and Bush and the world leaders, they're fine. They're protected. The same people that have vacationed with people like Vladimir Putin of Russia for years. Yeah, see, there's not a real war coming amongst these heads of state. The greater conspiracy, if you will, which is why they're demonizing it, is to create an artificial world conflict and set the whole world against the United States and European countries. And we, the people, are going to hurt from the fire that we, the people of the Western world, are being thrust into. See, that should now alert people with the eyes to see and ears to hear that they've cried wolf about fake invasions for years and years and years. eventually they're going to have exactly what they want, a controlled web to where they censor information because of the hate speech that the machine and the media, in fact, promoted. We're talking about hatred against Muslims, Muslims guilty of this, Muslims celebrating this, lie, lie, fake, real, CNN. They're not standing up, even if they promote immigration. All that's being done to create strife. So I'm going to come back with more. And as far as I'm concerned, this is commentary that no one is delivering. No one. It's sensitive. It alienates me as a human being from others that I choose to talk about this on my channel and not other things that you may consider more informative and entertaining. I'm sorry, I can't be the Alex that you want me to be. But I'm not going to sit by and be silent while a world of billions doesn't talk about the obvious. America is being set up for a fall. And the information that I'm sharing, as far as I'm considered, is going to help people.